Welcome. This is a short training video designed to educate you about Utah Medicaid's telemedicine policy. What is telemedicine? Utah Medicaid policy defines telemedicine as two-way, real-time interactive communication between the member and the physician or authorized provider at the distant site. This electronic communication uses interactive telecommunications equipment that includes, at a minimum, audio and video equipment. There are a few other important definitions for understanding Utah Medicaid's telemedicine policy. First is a distant site. A distant site is the location of the provider when delivering the service via the telecommunication system. The originating site is the location of the Medicaid member at the time the service is furnished. And a telepsychiatric consultation is a consultation between a physician and a board-certified psychiatrist. That consultation utilizes the health records of the patient provided from the patient or the referring physician and a written evidence-based patient questionnaire. Covered services may be delivered by means of telemedicine as clinically appropriate. Services include, but are not limited to, consultation services, evaluation and management services, mental health services, and substance use disorder services. Telepsychiatric consultations are also a covered service. All telemedicine encounters must comply with HIPAA privacy and security measures to ensure that all patient communications and records, including recordings of telemedicine encounters, are secure and remain confidential. The provider is responsible for determining if the encounter is HIPAA compliant. Security measures for transmission may include password protection, encryption, and other reliable authentication techniques. Compliance with the Utah Health Information Network, or UHIN, standards for telehealth must be maintained. The provider at the originating site shall receive no additional reimbursement for the use of telemedicine. Make sure when billing a telemedicine service to append the GT modifier to indicate the service was provided through telemedicine. Also, the place of service should be O2 to indicate the service was provided via telemedicine. The GQ modifier used for the transmission of data only is not covered. Utah Medicaid's policy on telemedicine may be found in two locations. The first is in Administrative Rules. The website where administrative rules are found is rules.utah.gov. Once there, click on Code in the upper right-hand corner and scroll to Help, titles R380 through R448. Utah Medicaid administrative rules are found in R410 and R414. The telemedicine policy is found in Administrative Rule R414. Click on the HTML link for R414 and scroll to the administrative rule governing Medicaid's policy for telemedicine, which is R414-42. You may either use the HTML hyperlink or download a rich text file, or RTF. The second place to find the policy is in Section 1 of the Medicaid Provider Manuals, found on the Utah Medicaid website at medicaid.utah.gov. Once there, hover over the Administration and Publications tab on the right-hand side of the screen. Choose the 6th option, Publications. The first link on the Publications page is Provider Manuals. Click on that link and a gray box will appear. To navigate to the proper manuals, select the first hyperlink titled Utah Medicaid Provider Manual. A license agreement with CMS, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, the American Medical Association, or the AMA, and the American Dental Association, or the ADA, will appear on the next screen. Once you've read the agreement and accepted the terms, please click I accept. On the next page, choose the second option, Medicaid Provider Manuals. This will take you to a list of all the active Utah Medicaid Provider Manuals. The telemedicine policy is found in the manual titled All Providers General Information, Section 1. The first hyperlink will take you to a folder for this manual. Select the manual hyperlink titled All Providers General Info, Section 1. This will open a PDF version of the manual. The telemedicine policy is currently found in Chapter 8-4.2. Updates to policy occur regularly. The Division of Medicaid and Health Financing issues quarterly Medicaid information bulletins in January, April, July, and October. These bulletins contain clarifications to existing policy, changes in policy and procedure, and information of interest to Medicaid providers. Medicaid follows the policy, procedures, and requirements contained in the provider manuals or as changed by information issued in the Medicaid information bulletins. To make sure you are up to date, please subscribe to our Medicaid Information Bulletin email list. To subscribe, navigate back to the Publications page. On the left-hand side of the screen, you will see a box to input your email address and subscribe. Thank you for listening.